Everyone, and welcome to our Microsoft 365 Pulse Roadmap recording. We've got to get a shorter name for that. That's just all there is to it. This is where we cover the weekly roadmap that Microsoft is coming out with and give you the highlights and the lowlights of what is in your future. And we usually, when we do this, is we have three different categories normally. Sometimes there's a fourth, which there is this time, and that is in development. In development means Microsoft is in the process of actually building it back in Redmond or wherever they happen to be building it at. And they're going to be getting it to a point where it then moves into rolling out, which means that it starts working its way out to the various tenants to which it's targeted at. So that could be commercial, that could be GCC, GCC high, whatever. And then this all in a perfect world ends up in launched category, which means you now have it if you have that particular tenant to which it was designated to go to. And then again, occasionally we will have canceled items, and we do have a couple this time, so we'll go ahead and cover those at the very end. So let's go ahead and get started. Tamara, what do you have in the list that makes you really happy this week?
There's a couple things. Microsoft Teams, new workflow app experience in Teams and SharePoint. So, the new workflow app is to provide an experience that is both simpler and faster to enable everyday Teams and SharePoint users to create automations in 3 steps or less. I love anything that is 3 steps or less. The best cookbook I ever found was 7 ingredients or less. All
Oh,
right, it
wow.
was a little more than three, but it was like 7 ingredients.
Yeah, I
So
can
it was
work with that.
fabulous. I bought that for my friend who doesn't cook. Then we've also got Microsoft 365, the Microsoft 365 backup capabilities in GCC. So Microsoft is bringing the Microsoft Backup Service capabilities to GCC. And the Microsoft 365 Backup is a product offering spanning across OneDrive, SharePoint, and Exchange Online services to provide customers with a consistent cross-product solution to recover their M365 data from cataclysmic events such as a scale ransom attack or malicious or accidental data deletion or corruption by end users. And that's due out in July for GCC. And then Edge was getting a lot of love this week. Microsoft Edge, the new autofill personal information settings configuration. So, a web form field collection consent toggle, that is a
I was
long
going to say that's a
name of a
word
thing.
salad.
It's like speaking in German because they just describe whatever it is. That's the word for
Um,
it. Will be available in autofill settings. This allows users to consent to the Microsoft Edge collecting web form field labels, first name, email, to improve autofill suggestion accuracy. Only field labels are collected and not user entered data. This new setting is manageable through the existing policies in autofill, and autofill address enabled is the parent setting for the autofill
Enabled.
ML enabled.
It should be enabled. I think they misspelled it there.
I think something happened there. Thus, turning off the auto enable policy to turn off this setting. And let me see if there was anything else that really tripped my trigger. Nope, that's about it. What do you got?
Well, I will go ahead and pick up where you left off then.
All right.
So the first one, Microsoft Copilot, continue editing in Outlook from Copilot chat. So when Copilot detects that you're trying to write an email, like saying draft an email to my team, thanking them for their hard work on Project X, I feel like Clippy should pop up here. You'll see an Edit in Outlook button. The Edit in Outlook button will open a draft in Outlook, write the subject, message, and recipients filled in so you can review and send it with ease. I love things like that. So that's coming out in July, and that's coming out to the commercial tenant, both for Copilot and Outlook. Then we have another one, which is also Copilot with email related stuff, and that is catch up on important emails in Copilot Chat. Now, that is not catch up with a K, that is catch up with a C. Copilot Chat helps you stay on top of your inbox by highlighting important and actionable emails such as messages from your manager, that's a good call, leadership, top collaborators, or emails containing tasks when you use prompts like what's hot in my inbox or what were the most important emails from last week. That's really cool because sometimes you're just inundated with 50, 75 unread emails. You're like, which one's most important? I guess I'll just start at the top. This enables you to start spending time more effectively getting to the ones that have the most impact. Then we have Microsoft Teams /command for apps. You can now interact with your favorite apps directly from Teams chat and channel compose box by using /command. So type slash and the character slash, and then start interacting with apps and agents, invoke workflows or more. That's one where you'd probably want to read the actual roadmap item to get some more background on it because they don't give us a whole lot in this particular entry. But that is coming out in July, and that's coming out to worldwide. Then we have, and I really kind of like this one, schedule in Copilot, schedule from email with Copilot. Often you may want to transition a conversation from an email thread to a meeting. Copilot helps you do this by being able to start scheduling right from the email conversation. Saves you time and effort by generating an email invite that's ready for you to review and send. When you click on Schedule with Copilot, a meeting form will appear with a Copilot generated meeting title, agenda, and conversation summary, as well as a pre-filled attendee list from that email thread and an attachment of the original email thread. This feature will be available in New Outlook for Windows. New Outlook for Windows, web, Mac, and mobile. I think that is going to be so nice. And that's coming out to Outlook Copilot DoD. You're going to have fun with that one, Tamara.
I know, there's some love.
Yeah. So then we have Copilot surfaces important emails in new priority view. This is actually targeted towards the mobile app. So Copilot makes it easy to identify high priority emails and emails that need a reply by offering a priority view directly within your Outlook inbox. It doesn't say mobile here, but there's a different item that I've seen out there where it actually does list Android, iOS. So keep an eye open for it. You may get it in both. Who knows? Then we have Microsoft Teams usability and privacy improvements for live captions and live transcripts in meetings. So this is going to give you some variety and enhancements in terms of live caption and live transcripts, being able to control users from launching live transcripts when they really should just be using live captions. This is one that you may want to pay more attention to if this is something that you struggle with or something that you want to have a better level of control with. And it's coming out in July, and it's coming out to basically everybody. So keep in mind, you're going to have some options there in terms of people using transcripts versus live captions. So, and then the final one that I had is Outlook. And I kind of like this one. Show teammates' calendars in the left navigation view.
Yeah, I found that intriguing also.
Yeah, users can now see their teammates' calendars, including peers, direct reports, and managers, automatically displayed in the left navigation pane of the new Outlook for Windows. I don't know if that means they actually just show you a link so you can click on it and go see the calendar, or whether it's actually showing you the calendar itself. I'm thinking that it's just left navigation pane. It's probably just a link to the calendar, but still, if it's giving you that list of, hey, here are the various people that you report to or that you work with, and I want to be able to get to their calendar real quickly, this is going to be a great, great tool. So that's coming out in June to the worldwide commercial tenant. Anything else you want to touch on before we roll on to rolling out?
No, let her roll.
With that, go ahead and lead us out.
Sure. Microsoft Teams, add emojis.
Yeah.
Updated keyboard shortcut. Insert emojis directly from your keyboard without any distractions. The only thing I found distracting about adding emojis was going through all of them. It's like shopping for greeting cards. You go in for one card and you're there reading 50, just laughing by yourself in the aisle,
And the moment for the
making
emoji
people
is long gone.
uncomfortable. Yeah. Use colons, e.g., smile, in the compose box to add any emoji, even your custom ones, making it quicker to express yourself. I don't know that that's quicker because it makes me just experiment with the emojis more.
I think if you're like, I don't want to be distracted from 50 emojis when all I want is to smile,
Ah,
and my hand gains the ability to go colon, smile, colon, it probably
mm-hmm.
saves you some time, even though it's probably more keystrokes. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, that's coming out to everybody. And then for GCC High and DoD, collaborative notes and loop components. Notice it doesn't say loop, it's loop components. So it's not the whole application. We just had a discussion on this. It's not the whole application. It's little bits of loop all over the place. So Teams notes and loop components are now available in Microsoft 365 for GCC High and DoD environments, enabling real-time collaboration in chats and meetings. Loop components allow users to co-author tables, action items, and lists directly in chats, while the collaborative notes let meeting attendees co-create and collaborate on their meeting agendas, notes, and action items. As loop components, these features stay up to date across all shared locations and assign tasks. This is the part that makes me so happy. Assign tasks automatically sync with Microsoft To Do and Planner for seamless task management. So I'm
Okay,
excited to see that in the DoD.
I'm going to propose a new label for loop components.
What's that?
I think they should be looplets.
Looplets.
Looplets. You heard it here first,
Okay.
folks. Looplets.
Looplets.
Continue on.
It sounds like something you're going to have to clean up. I got looplets all over the place. Then you've got to clean it up.
Okay, keep going.
All righty. Moderator governed meetings for information barrier compliance. Now, this is part of Teams Premium. In this new Teams meetings feature, it enables secure collaboration between users separated by information barriers, also known as ethical walls, under strict compliance oversight. Now, with this capabilities, meetings involving participants from restricted groups can proceed only when a designated meeting moderator assigned by the compliance department is present. If the last moderator leaves the meeting automatically ends.
Interesting.
So this ensures real-time compliance monitoring and maintains regulatory integrity during sensitive cross-barrier interactions. This reminds me of the day when women had to have chaperones.
Now it's just the people who work for companies need to have chaperones.
Exactly. And then Outlook, create, delete, rename, and move folders. You'll now be able to more easily create, delete, rename, and move folders on mobile. From your inbox, tap the edit icon in the sidebar, then tap on any of the folders to create a subfolder or rename or move or delete that folder. You can also rearrange and nest your folders by dragging and dropping them.
That'd be cool.
Last one, and then I'll leave what's ever left for you, Tom.
There's not much.
Microsoft, that's okay. I don't want to do anything in launch. So Microsoft Teams interpreter agent available in Teams. So the interpreter agent enables real-time interpretation in Teams meetings in up to 9 languages. So each participant can speak and listen in the language of their choice. Meeting participants can also opt in to have interpreters simulate their personal voice for a more inclusive experience. This is blowing my mind.
Keep in
This
mind, you
is
do need
just
a Copilot license for
phenomenal.
this one because this is Copilot and Teams. So
Yes, Copilot and Teams. So,
cool stuff.
sorry to get you excited, but yeah, you will need Copilot. What do you have, Tom?
Oh, she left me one. So select new ringtones in Teams Mobile. So if you get phone calls from Teams Mobile, this feature is going to allow you to customize and select different sounds for various types of calls, helping you to better manage your alerts and distinguish between different incoming communications. For users with Microsoft Teams Phone, this also includes calls for forwarded and delegated calls. So this will be nice if it's like, hey, if it's my manager, I want something that lets me know that, yeah, you better pick this one up. Otherwise, don't really care. Just let it be a normal ringtone or something like that. Sad trombone, wah, wah, wah. But that's
I
something
want
that
that
you'll be able to do.
ringtone.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just so long as you don't use it for me, dear.
I won't.
So that's coming out in June, and that's coming out to everybody. So everybody from commercial clear up through DoD will be seeing that one. That's it for rolling out. We will now go into launch. She said she didn't want to do anything, so I'm going to cover the two that I thought were really interesting. First of all, Outlook category shortcuts in the new Outlook for Windows. Easily organize your inbox with quick access category shortcuts. This shortcut you loved in Classic Outlook will be available in the new Outlook for Windows, making it easier than ever to categorize emails. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. I don't remember ever using that in Outlook Classic, but
No, me
apparently
neither. Like a
you're going to have
shortcut?
it. Yeah. And it's going out to GCC, GCC High, and DoD. And this last one here is basically targeted towards GCC, and that is Outlook. Add folders from a PST file to favorites in new Outlook for Windows. So with this update for support for PST files, which are also known as Outlook data files, in the new Outlook for Windows, users will only be able to, users will be only able to add folders from a PST file to favorites. Future releases of New Outlook will expand the support for PST file capabilities. So if that's PST and or PTS, whatever, PTSD, those are all things
One's a
that you may,
diagnosis, one's a format.
but they could cause the other things. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is something that you're going to be able to play with in GCC if that's part of where you live. So that takes us out of launched into the two canceled ones that we have here. The first one is Microsoft Intune hardware-backed attestation enhanced for Windows 11. So basically, this item was written up with all the information at the very bottom. It says this feature is no longer planned and is being removed from the roadmap. So if you were like placing a lot of money on being able to use hardware-backed attestation, whatever that may be, you're not going to get it because it's being completely and totally canceled. So the other one is Microsoft Copilot prompt app. Let's try this again. Microsoft Copilot prompt gallery, show aggregate likes on prompts. So this is where if you go out to the prompt gallery and say, hey, I want to add my prompt to the prompt gallery so other people can see it and use it, people can go, oh, I really love this. And the feature was see the amount of likes for prompts in your organization in Copilot prompt category. And it's canceled with absolutely no reason why. So you're just not going to get it from what I understand. So that pretty much wraps up our whole roadmap from this week. It was a little bit on the shorter side. But with that, I hope you were able to pick up a few tips and can plan accordingly on some of the items that you may or may not have been looking forward to. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you again next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye now.